Welcome back, Star Wars fans, to episode 74 of Ronald's Reviews, and on today's episode we've got another update to my mask collection. Cue the march. Welcome back everyone. Now, like I said in the intro, today we're going to take a look at some new additions to my mask collection. Now, if you follow the channel, you'll know that I'm back into mask in a big way. Started recollecting around Christmas time and already got some really nice additions to the collection. But today we've got two more. So without further ado, let's take a look. God, I love this intro. Okay, so here we go everyone. So as you can see, just a quick overview in the background there, you can see all the vehicles that you may have seen on the channel so far. So we've got Switchblade, Firecracker, Jackhammer, Piranha and Condor. Now I haven't put the figures out because they tend to fall over quite easily, so I've just put the vehicles out. But they're the vehicles you will have seen on the channel so far. But before we get started and look at the new additions, I just want to give two shout outs before we get started. Now the first one is to Dave over at DTM Collectibles. Now, if you don't know the channel, guys, check it out, DTM Collectibles. I will leave a link in the description below. Now, Dave's a fantastic guy, he does some great videos. He doesn't post that often, but when he does, they are well worth a watch, so check him out. Now, Dave was very generous to contact me and said that he'd come into contact with a few bits and bobs that he was clearing out at home, and he'd come across this figure. Now, this is a loose Bruce Sato in his rescue mission outfit. Now, Dave contacted me and said, look, you know, I've come across this figure, I don't collect them, I know you're starting to collect masks again, if you would like it, what's he doing there? If you would like it, I'll happily send it to you. And Dave was very good enough to do that. A few days later it turned up. So thank you, Dave. I absolutely love this guy. I don't have him, this is the only one I've got. And he's not easy to get either, so really happy with that. Look at that guy, absolutely fantastic. So thank you, Dave. He has taken his rightful place in my collection. The next shout out is to another Dave, but this is now Dave at Vintage Toy Rush. Now again, Dave has done a few videos in the past. He has got a few mask bits as well. Again, very generously donated to me a few mask figures a few months back now. But also on one of Dave's videos, he picked up this mask sort of collector's guide. Now, I do enjoy a guidebook. I love having a reference book. I generally pick up a reference book for any line that I'm collecting. And I saw this on one of Dave's videos. He was good enough to send me the link and I managed to purchase one. Now, if I'm honest, when I first got it, I weren't massively impressed. Now, he did tell me it was a hand-bound book, unofficial, and I was just a little bit underwhelmed when I bought it. However, when I then started going through it, it's actually fantastic. So what it does, if you can just see that, now obviously that's Condor. Now it'll tell you basically what Condor is. So a green motorcycle that transforms into a helicopter. His Hocus Pocus mask can project holograms. It then says, is it complete? And you can go through Condor, Brad Turner, Hocus Pocus mask instructions box. And on the other side, it actually tells you the name. So name Condor, driver Brad Turner, mask Hocus Pocus. First appeared in season 1, Alliance's mask, and his first appearance was episode 1 of season 1. And then it just gives you some pictures of both modes with the box. So for reference, this is an amazing book. So I've done a real U-turn on this. It's absolutely fantastic, and it even has little squares at there, look, so you can tick them off as you go. Now I haven't because I don't want to write in this, but I did this book an injustice. So we've got Firecracker on the other side, look. It's fantastic for reference, and like I say, really handy. So thank you for helping me out with that, Dave. I do appreciate it. Without further ado, let's go see which mask agents we've added to the collection. Okay, so the first new addition to my mask collection, and I'm so pleased to get this into the collection finally, is Matt Tracker and Thunderhawk. Now again, if you've got the leader of Venom, which I have, thank you VTR Dave, which is Switchblade, you've got to have the leader of Mask, which is Thunderhawk. And I absolutely love this vehicle. Very lucky with this. I picked it up on eBay for a ridiculously cheap price, and it is complete as well, barring the rockets underneath that he drops or the bombs. The vehicle is complete. But let's just take a look at Matt Tracker to start with. So there is Matt Tracker, a little bit bright. I don't know if I can get the white balance a bit better. Obviously seen better days, a little bit of paint rub there on his straps and things like that, but and his gloves as well. But fantastic little figure. I love these mask figures, they really are great. Loads of articulation with such small figures. And Matt Tracker came with Spectrum mask. Now on the show, Spectrum could pretty much do anything. It can make him fly, it's got sort of heat detection, tracking ability, it can pretty much do anything, Spectrum.
Maybe my mask can give us some sound advice. Spectrum on!
But yeah, love these figures. Okay, so let's just put him down. I'm not going to stand him up because they fall over easily, so let's just take a look at Thunderhawk. Now Thunderhawk used to come into a little bit of criticism because the transformation is very basic. It's not a really sort of complex transformation, but I absolutely love it. So this is a Chevrolet Camaro Z28, and if you're going to buy one of these vehicles, things to look out for is the chrome often gets rubbed on the guns on the bottom of the doors there, as you can see, and the chrome often gets rubbed off from the wheels. Often the tyres are missing, but if they're not missing, they're usually cracked, so look out for that. However, they are rubber tyres, and if you can just see, I don't know if you can pick that up on the camera, they do actually have Goodyear written on them, which is fantastic. And yeah, and also the seat belts inside are often missing as well, so look out for that. But the transformation on Thunderhawk is, if you press that button, I think my spring's a bit soft, so I may have to help it, but if you press that button on the top, the gull-wing doors pop up. There we go. Oh no, that's quite good actually. So the gull-wing doors pop up and act as wings. These little chrome guns pop out there. I'm being very gentle because they do tend to break quite easily. So they pull out. There we go. The spoiler pops up on the back to then reveal some afterburners there. And then it can fly. But like I said, things to look out for is, as you can see, look, the chrome is rubbed off there, and these often become quite loose, so that when you pop them back down into car mode, sometimes they fall down and they drag on the floor, so just look out for that. But I'm so pleased to finally get this into my collection. As you can see, both seat belts present inside look as well. But these vehicles are absolutely fantastic, and the decals are in great shape as well. Often the peeling sort of around the edges, especially on the doors. I think mine are starting to peel a little bit, but still in great shape. But yeah, absolutely love it. And then obviously, again, just to transform it back, oh, let me just bring it round. You push them back in very gently, like I say, because they do break quite easily. Often they're missing as well. And then you quite literally just give them a squeeze, and they should, he says, just click back. There we go. And then the spoiler just pops back down like that, and then we're back into vehicle mode. So like I said, it is quite a basic transformation. It did come into some criticism for that reason, but I absolutely love this vehicle. And like I say, if you've got Miles Mayhem and Switchblade, you've got to have Matt Tracker and Thunderhawk. Can you stand back up? There we go. So yeah, really pleased to get that into my collection. Let's go see the second agent I've picked up.
Scan personnel files for mask agents best suited for this mission.
Personnel selected: Calhoun Burns, experience in construction and demolition, vehicle code name Raven, amphibious vehicle could be helpful.
And the second mask agent we are into the collection today is Calhoun Burns and Raven. Now Calhoun Burns came with, in fact, let's just show you Calhoun Burns first. There he is. In fact, he's in great shape. His paint's brilliant. So that's Calhoun Burns, and he came with, if I can get it on, he came with Gulliver Mask. And the ability that Gulliver Mask had, he could shrink or enlarge stationary objects as well as himself. So quite handy when you're fighting Venom. So that's Calhoun Burns, and Calhoun Burns' vehicle was a Chevrolet Corvette called Raven. Now, a popular misconception about Raven when I was a kid, everyone thought because the doors came down, the way they dropped down, everyone thought it could fly. It's actually amphibious, so it's a seaplane as well as a submarine. So to transform Raven, you would press this side button just there. I don't know if you can see that, just where my thumb is. and the bonnet would spin like so. You would then press the rear number plate and the jets would pop up. The wheels then popped in like that, and also at the back, and then the doors would pop down like so. Decals are great in there, look at those. And then it would, with the doors down, it would be on top of the water, and then if you wanted to turn into a submarine, the doors simply closed, and then it would double up as a submarine. But I just thought this was one of the coolest vehicles when I was a kid. Really, really loved this one. But again, the vehicle's complete. It comes with 2 orange discs that actually fire out of the front. There's a slot at the front just there, but unfortunately my disc fire, I've only got 1 disc, and the firing mechanism unfortunately doesn't work. But you can see both seat belts inside, so the vehicle is complete. These little prongs do pop up as well, but they're a bit fiddly, so I'm not going to bother with those. But there we go. So that is Raven transformed, and a lot of people really liked this vehicle when I was a kid. So, and then obviously to transform back, just click the doors shut, pop the wheels back into position like so. Same at the back, and then the bonnet flips back around like that. Push the spoiler back down. That's a bit tricky to put down actually. There we go. And we're back into vehicle mode. There we go. So there we go everybody, that is Matt Tracker and Thunderhawk, Bruce Sato in his rescue mission outfit, and Calhoun Burns and Raven added to the collection. As you can see, the collection is growing nicely, and there is also plenty more masks to come, so keep an eye out for those videos. So there you go, hope you enjoyed it everyone. If you're new to the channel, thank you for checking me out. I hope you'll consider leaving a like and subscribing. If you're an existing viewer, an existing subscriber, thank you for sticking with me. You know I appreciate it. Leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. You know the drill everyone. I read everyone's comments and get back to everybody. And as always, keep collecting. I'll see you next time.